This is God. 105 WAVA rocks the universe.
While the others are talking, we're rocking. 105 WAVA. The best of rock, old and new. Washington's 105 WAVA. This is the best radio station. I know that drives certain people crazy to hear me saying that. This is great, man. We're doing a best of. Think Tank is here this morning. We got who do we got here? We got Steve Kagan. Harry Hot Pants Cole. And of course, the lovable Steve Ciccone. And we're having a good time, too. Having a good time, man, really. I want to thank 105 WAVA Rockin' Best for having me on this morning. I was real... yeah, thanks, Steve. I was real sad, because like for the last month I had planned to do like this best of the whole month, you know, so at least WAVA said come on to be a guest and do the best of right here. So what we're going to do is we played a Mr. Ed break earlier this morning. I'd like to repeat it. I'd even like to repeat the longest belch because it was real good. There's a couple other things I'd like to repeat, especially the breakfast I had this morning. We got the... hey, you know, this is kind of disappointing, though. We had the Washington Times photographer down here, and we're expecting TV stations, and all we got was... I'm not putting it down. We got WNVT, the public television station in Virginia, coming down. We were expecting a little more visible television stations. Like, is Channel 5 coming? Does anyone know?
They're
not coming?
45 minutes to be here.
They are coming? Now, there you go. And I'm always promoting that station because they were running... They took Leave It a Beaver off the air.
No.
It is on now?
Yeah.
It's on in the afternoon? Yeah. No, it isn't. They took it off at 3:30.
It's on the AM.
It's on...
It's on the morning side.
It's on what?
AM.
Hey, who are you, honey?
I'm a Rosanna Down.
Another one. Look out.
Let's get some babes up here for the goodbye party here. Yes, even Surf's legs look nice to me. I gotta admit, this guy does look nice. I'll tell you. All right, what were we going to do? Mr. Ed? Do we have any spots to play?
Yeah, we do.
Usually this station don't play spots, so we just want to... You want to do Mr. Ed first? Why don't I... let's take a phone call first. I got a lot to talk about this morning. It ain't often I'm going to get back on Washington airwaves. Let's see.
Pick a number.
I can say that other radio stations are going to have me on, though, right? Other stations are. That's cool to say. I'm within my rights.
Howard gets around.
Plus, we're going to be doing concert appearances this month, and also the record's coming out. We're going to play another track from the record, too. Hi, Rockin' Best. Oh, oops. Hi, Rockin' Best. WAVA.
Hey, man, how's it going?
How you doing, brother?
Hey, where y'all up?
Hey, you want to win some prizes? Want to win something?
Sure.
Should we ask the guy a trivia question?
Yeah. I got Loverboy tickets.
Yeah, I got Loverboy tickets.
The
concert's tomorrow. Loverboy. It's pretty exciting, isn't it?
Is it sold out?
Is it sold out? They wouldn't be giving you free tickets to give away if it was sold out. All right, let's see. They're a good band, though.
They are.
What do they do? Turn me loose. Turn me loose. Turn that loose. All right, let's ask him a trivia question.
All right.
Give him a Stern trivia question.
He's got to ask us one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what was the name of my first producer? Well, that's an easier one. Are you alive?
Is he still there?
Hi, how you doing?
Hey, Art.
Never mind the idea of the trivia. What can I do for you, man?
Hey, I know that answer.
What is it?
Brent.
Brent, that's right. You won Loverboy tickets.
Hey, I'm a Virginia Earth dog from way back.
Good. What can I do for you?
Oh, well, I just wanted another Hinckley dedication today.
You want to hear I Shot Ron Reagan again?
No, I wanted a dedication going out to Hinckley, the theme from Taxi Driver.
Whoa.
Yeah, Hinckley thing is pretty weird. How do you like him getting off like that? Isn't that something?
You know the Muzak system down there at St. Elizabeth is,
Guy is boring. Hi.
Hey.
Oh, wait a second, he won. Hey, you won, man. Hold on, okay?
Yeah.
Oops. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Howard.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Any questions?
Yeah, I wonder what happened to you, Robin. How come she left you?
How come Robin left me?
Yeah.
She wanted to get into a straight news thing, you know, like Michael Del Cagliano's got over here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, she wanted to do some straight news.
So, hey, Howard, you're pretty good. We're gonna miss you, but, give me some tickets to Loverboy.
We got any more tickets for Loverboy for this
Come
guy?
on.
What do you think?
Later.
Later. You gotta win later to listen. We're gonna hand out $1,000 bills.
$1,000 bill?
Yeah, you gotta be listening to WAVA. WAVA. They don't say WAVA. All right, you can't say that? Well, I'm really glad we did the phone calls this morning. I see people haven't changed. Why don't we do the Mr. Ed thing? I think it's a good bit. Which we try to pull out some of the best bits that we had on 105 WAVA.
105 WAVA.
This is fun, isn't it?
All right.
Good time.
Closer to home for me,
Good time. It's a good time. I was looking forward to this thing, man. I was looking forward to it. I'm laying in bed last night, man. Couldn't get to sleep.
Why not?
Where was your wife? Over me.
Over there.
Hey, tell her if my check bounces, I'll put another one in.
Thanks. Steve Matt. What a cut-up. It's the first time he's been on the radio station they've allowed him to say anything. Now, come here. Why don't you say something? Why don't you tell some people about yourself?
Tell a joke.
Tell a joke. Tell some jokes, man. Do some routine.
Your mother. Howard, I do have to say, a lot of people might not know what's going on today, and probably listening and going, hey, what's going on at 105?
Yeah, what's going on 105?
What's going on at 105?
This is sort of like my farewell party kind of thing.
You got to see these guys work. Now, I mean, around here it's usually pretty quiet. We're pretty laid back. Surf, Marty, we're all pretty laid back. You know, we're having a good time. But these guys have a crowd of people, about 10 people, in and out of the studio, screaming, carrying on. This is called Show by the Seat of Your Pants. So we said to Howard, Howard, we know you know.
I called it. Here's Earth Dog Fred. Everybody.
We got another one of those special bulletins here.
Let's get Earth Dog Fred. Earth Dog Fred, special bulletin. Is this a?
Okay. Let him in.
This better be a real bulletin.
It's special right here.
He's still up behind you.
It's the United Press International or the Associated Press. I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. Flash warning. There's going to be an album coming your way. It's called 50 Ways to Rank Your Mother. Spend a lot of money on it and send my future child to college.
Fred's really into having the album sell well. Fred's pictures on the album.
What the heck?
I gave him credits as co-producer on the album.
What the heck? At least if I get some money, I can buy myself my own birthday gift, not like you cheapskate.
And Fred, the funny thing about Fred is that he can't believe how much money he came into when he signed with NBC. He died and went to heaven. And you should have seen the signing. Earth Dog Fred in a ripped T-shirt signing with NBC Radio. It was like a sight to behold, you know. But and then I said to Fred, I said, before you sign anything, you should have a lawyer. So I turned him on to my lawyers, and he signs. And then my lawyer sent him a bill a couple of days ago.
I didn't know they were going to do that. I thought they were like, your friend or something. He's going to do it for nothing.
They sent him for a bill over $1,000.
Come on. I can't afford that.
And he said, I didn't know we had to pay a bill.
That's what you can give me for my birthday. You can pay my lawyers.
Yeah, and he's acting like I'm supposed to pay it or something because I didn't tell him that he's going to get a bill.
Yeah, it's only fair.
It's 25 past 9 o'clock. Let's do the Mr. Ed thing. We got some Led Zeppelin. Michael Del Cagliano will be in here. Michael's gone? No. He's coming in a special newscast at 9:35. That's what I just heard. I mean, I'm just a guest on the show, but I heard that.
Yeah, it's a rumor.
So what do you say? Sound good? And we'll take some more of your phone calls and stuff. All right, here we go. Best of Stern. This aired a long time ago. How long ago, Fred?
Long time ago.
Long time. Thanks for the information.
Horse is a horse, a horse, a horse. I like the horse of the dirt counters, and that the horse is the famous Mr. Ed.
This week, we join Mr. Ed, the talking horse, in his stall, listening to the radio.
We'll just turn on the old radio here if you don't mind, Wilbur.
Morning, everyone. I'm Harlem.
And I'm Weaving.
That's right. Let's go up to Captain Stan in the traffic copter.
Before we do that, Weaving, I just want to say, over the years, we've given you the most boring radio program, and we plan to give you more boring radio for years to come.
Oh, let's go up to Captain Stan in the traffic copter. Go ahead, Captain Stan.
Hi, guys. Boy, the show is boring as ever.
Thanks, Captain.
Up here in the copter, we got a hold on whoa!
Gee, Harlem, things are really rough for this guy.
I can't take those two guys, Wilbur. That Harlem and Weaver bore the hell out of me. Radio stinks.
Well, Ed, I've got to go out for a few hours, so I'll be back later.
Okay, Wilbur.
See ya,
Take
Ed.
it easy. I'm bored stiff. I know. I'll make a few phony phone calls. That's always a lot of fun.
Hello, Sims Clothing.
Hello, is this Sims Clothing?
Yes, where a satisfied customer is our best.
Sure. Hey, listen. Let me speak to your daughter, Marcy Sims.
Hold on.
Oh, boy. This is fun.
Hi, this is Marcy Sims. We want to thank you for your patronage for the past year.
Hey, Marcy, do you have Bill Blass?
Why, of course.
Do you have Sergio Franchi?
Oh, of course we carry Sergio.
Do you have Oleg Cassini?
Oh, of course I have Oleg.
Well, don't you get worn out from having all those guys?
My God, you are a very violent, offending man.
She hung up.
I believe that.
.105 WAVA, the home of rock and roll, with the Eagles and Led Zeppelin. It's 9:36. I'm Steve Matt. Howard Stern is my special guest today with his think tank and Earth Dog Fred. Having a good time this morning. All right.
The Earth Dog Fred. That's like the Bronx. The Earth
The
Dog.
Earth Dog. Is that like The Who or The
Hey,
Who?
it's Earth Dog Fred, everybody.
Yes. Fred is an accomplished musician and comedian extraordinaire.
We'll get time to take some more phone calls. We even got Chris Montgomery on the line.
Good.
He's one of the disc jockeys who were fired. Just like, was he fired? I'm not sure if he was.
I think he was.
Was he either fired or
pressured or?
No, he was either fired. I got to check in with him. But we're trying to get in touch with disc jockeys who were fired. Like we heard from Commander McKay.
They're all
earlier.
over the place.
Yeah.
People that left that place. I was one of the people that left that
Were
place.
you used to
I didn't
work
get
in
fired yet.
Okay.
Anyway, maybe we'll give him $1,000 because we're out in the streets every day handing out $1,000 bills. You didn't hear this.
When do you hand them out?
We hand them out all the time. Every day we're giving out money.
It's good. Give it to us.
The thing is, we can find anybody wherever they are, whether at work or at home or at play. And if they have us on, we're just going to walk up and say, hey, how about $1,000 just for rocking with the best? Okay. 105 WAVA, the home of rock and roll. No cheese today. Some welfare. You have to apply for welfare. And get the information for me, because when I get off here, I think I'm going to be right back to my general manager, and he's going to say, Steve, Mets, you're out of it.
All right, listen, we got WNVT here, which is a public television.
Yeah.
A lot of people watch that, huh?
Yeah. I used to watch it
Hey,
on my
listen.
toaster.
Hey, they've got an auction coming up, too, by the way.
All right, we'll talk to the guys from WNVT in a minute. We're going to do some spots, Steve.
Let's do it.
Do a show. I don't
Michael
want
is
to take
coming
over.
up. No,
Michael Del
coming.
Cagliano, and we're not going to talk during his news because he's a serious
Little
news guy.
Italian kid.
You know what's kind of hip about Michael Del Cagliano is that he uses his real name on the air, because a lot of people of Italian heritage try to hide it. And I like the idea that you're proud of being Italian. You know?
My name ends in a vowel, and I'm not ashamed.
Good. All right, so we're going to hear from Michael Del Cagliano
We'll
and
be
the
back.
Think Tank, Earth Dog Fred, and WNVT.
No, wrong button.
Wrong button?
Hey.
This one. Okay.
The Wax Museum, Washington's premier showcase of live entertainment, is very proud to present Kid Creole and the Coconuts live in concert Wednesday, July 14th for one show only.
Now. Good morning, it's 9:41. I'm Michael Del Cagliano with Washington Morning News on 105 WAVA. Another young American might be indicted next week for refusing to register for the draft with the Selective Service System. 20-year-old Enton Eller of Bridgewater, Virginia, says he expects to be indicted because of his religious principles. Eller belongs to the Church of the Brethren, an organization that opposes military service. Tastefully done. Where do we get him? In the yellow pages under...
It's World's Longest Belch. One of the best of Stern things.
All right, lose the belch. Okay. You're entirely welcome. A committee of the National Academy of Sciences says removing the criminal penalties on marijuana would probably save police legal and social costs related to marijuana arrests. But the National Institute on Drug Abuse disagrees with that part of the 4-year study by the Academy, saying that dropping criminal penalties might give some the idea that marijuana is not harmful. And a Saudi Arabian prince was robbed at gunpoint last night in his Paris apartment. The gunman got away with an estimated $725,000 in cash. Abundanza. Okay, next concert.
He got that just for listening to WAVA.
Wasn't that nice? Wasn't that nice? By the way, that was $725,000 in cash and jewelry. With concerts this Friday, tonight, the Nighthawks appear at the Club Sunrise. Also tonight, John Kay and Steppenwolf play at the Wax Museum. Loverboys at Merriweather Post tomorrow night. Then WAVA welcomes Rainbow, Crocus, and Riot to the Cap Center on July 25th. Sports in the Beach Forecast and more How Weird right after this.
Well, some folks think it's just a trick.
I'm Michael Del Caliano with the Washington Morning News on the Rock and Best 105 WAVA.
Thank you.
Really, man. Pleasure to have appeared on your show, Michael.
Oh,
of course.
Pleasure is
it's
all
Michael's
ours.
show as well as Stu's, you know. It's a 50-50 proposition. And we got want to go to Chris now? Because we're running out of time. I'm going to skip some music here and go over to Chris who... Hey, Chris. Oh, okay, here we go. Hey, Chris.
Yeah.
We're trying to decide whether you were fired or you left on your own reconnaissance? What is the word?
Volition.
Volition? No, I mean volition. Yeah, volition.
Yeah, volition. Violation.
Did you?
Violation.
Oh, so you were fired?
Well, my job was eliminated, so what does that tell you?
Does that mean you got Chris, you got a fair trial and then you were hanged? Something like that?
Yes, but the gun wasn't loaded.
I was sort of unusual. I don't know how many people this happened to in radio. I was suspended and then fired, which was sort of like being suspended and expelled from high school.
No hall pass. Right?
Yeah, which sort of was bad for my reputation. Because, see, everybody thinks I did something really bad, but I didn't do anything really bad because I don't think I did anything really bad. I didn't... You know what I'm saying, Chris?
I'm confused.
Chris is also involved in syndicating the Beaver Break series that we do.
We're the original perpetrators of Beaver Break.
That's right. And Chris got another job, though.
Working for the same network, NBC.
NBC Network.
Actually, Howard, you're what we call a radio bag person at the moment. You have no concrete home, and you're wandering from station to station. Anybody that'll give you a handout.
Yeah, anybody that gives me a handout, man. I'm going on the stations, man. It's great. And the Washington radio community is real good to me, man. Been real good to me. We're trying to get on some more TV shows. We're looking for TV exposure. Channel 4, Channel 7.
Yeah, what happened to your clout, Howard? Where are they?
Right now is WNVT, Channel 14. Hey, Chris, got to run.
Okay,
Stay in touch with yourself.
Listen, it was a pleasure working with you while you were on the air in Washington.
Thanks a lot, Chris.
I'm glad we could do Beaver Breaks, and much success in New York, and I'll be talking to you later, okay?
Hey, beautiful. Don't ever change.